Hey everyone, welcome back to a new video, and today we're going to be taking a look at one of my client's PS Vitas, all customized, ready to go here. And we're going to wait a few seconds before we open it up to get that auto boot to start. And there we go. And this is going to boot into RetroFlow, and this was requested to have this all set up. Looks really good. And this will jump you right into the game, whichever one you're looking at. Under Homebrews, we have all of the ports. Let's get out of RetroFlow real quick and just show this theme here. And all of the bubbles are categorized. And the user just wanted the basic stuff here, so that's what we went for. And this one is running off of an SD2 Vita of 512 gigabytes. 200 gigabytes have been used, and there's 300 left over. Yep, 476.59 to be exact. So yeah, 206 gigabytes used up. And to access the overclock, you'll have to press select and up in every single game. And you can change it by pressing it one more time simultaneously to have the frames up on the top. And once more to have a little bit more information if you want to see how you're doing as far as like your battery and percentages go. And you can turn it off by pressing down and select. And we also have plugins like this one, which is the quick menu. This will have the restart option and all of these options as well. And moving down, we have this where you can access VitaShell directly from the quick menu. And you can access this quick menu in whichever game you're in. And if you want to do something real quick, you could just add that, like auto plugins there. And that's it. And all the plugins are all set up for whatever you want to do. So you can go into VitaDB, check out the latest homebrews there. You can get original homebrews all set up. With ports, you will have to get like the other data files and stuff like that set up. But everything should be working as intended. Let's check out PKGJ. There we go. These are going to be all of your different games that you can back up onto your system and start playing right away. Pressing triangle, you can change the filters, turn off Asia, turn off Europe, and turn off Japan. But make sure you hit triangle again. If you hit circle, nothing will change. So you have to make sure that you hit triangle, and that way it will stay in the filter that you have set up. Now if you want to show PS Vita games, you just hit show games, PSV games at the top. Press triangle again, you can go to DLCs. Typically DLCs will be added to the game that you want and should be downloaded with the game. So you can go to demos. Here are official themes if you're interested in getting an official theme instead of a custom theme. Here's PS1 games. All available. And of course, changing the filters, you'll have more access to more games and the count will be at the bottom. So let's remove Japan. And right now USA only has 212. Japan will add 600 to that list. Let's go back, and here are PSP games. A little over 1,000 with Japan. Let's remove Japan. We got 639. Ready to go. And here are PSM games. These are mobile games, PlayStation Mobile. Now with having your SD card all set up, I recommend not going over 400 gigabytes, because once you start hitting the 400, the system is going to start slowing down a lot more. It's not going to be as snappy as what you're seeing right now, where I can just open Custom Themes Manager just like that. When you go over 400 gigabytes, it's going to slow things down, and the bubble will pause, like in the back, waiting to be read for several minutes, and then it's going to open. So I recommend not going over 400 gigabytes. And if there's anything you don't want, just go into VitaShell, and your ROMs are going to be located under UXO and ROMs. Dreamcast, anything you don't like, just triangle, delete. N64 as well, triangle and delete. And as far as like the PS Vita games, the ones that I added, if there's something that you don't like, just simply triangle and delete, and that should delete the entire game and save you some space on your storage. Sorry, I'm still a little sick, so I'm dealing with the cough. But yeah, for the most part, that's it for emulators. Just the Atlas X64 and the Flycast, complete with BIOS, auto plugins too. I said careful on these two because auto plugins too, you got to be very careful when it comes to installing plugins. I was having a lot of issues with the auto boot, and I had to kind of figure out what was the cause of it. So as far as your plugins go, you have FDFix, KU Bridge. I added the bypass protection and restrictions there. I added trophies to Homebrew ports. Here is a plugin for your DualShock 4, your PS4 controller. Just make sure to hold the PS button to activate Bluetooth, and under settings, go into your devices here, Bluetooth, and you should see your PS4 controller show up, and connect it and you'll be all set. So that plugin's all ready to go for you. And yeah, that's basically it. Now, one thing I did find that I added those 400 themes that you didn't want. Under install theme, you'll see a bunch of empty ones, and there's really nothing you can't do here. I tried to delete them. Let's see, let's go back. This is all the stuff I already got rid of, and it just kind of hangs up there. And here are the two themes that you requested. Looks super clean, love the black on black. And I went with a standard black VitaShell theme on here. I thought that would complement your theme very well. And you can always change it by pressing start and going through the standard themes here. But nothing I don't think would really be up your alley, so I just leave it at that. The theme that I have here is called, I believe, Dark. Yeah, it's this one here. So I'll just leave it like that. And yeah, that's basically it. I appreciate you placing an order on Shopify. So if you guys are interested in getting your PS Vita customized, just let me know, and I'll be happy to do that. Thanks for watching.